Good morning, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here, probably the only Singaporean or Singaporean Chinese from the other side of the world. So thank you. And actually, I flew 26 hours, 15,000 miles, I just checked, just to be able to share our little story with you. And thank you for this time. Yeah. So I thought for a start, maybe I introduce what Singapore is. Maybe a lot of you know, but I just had a check. I realized that Singapore is about 3.5 times of Washington, D.C. That's how small we are, okay? Just 3.5 times. So in miles, I know you read in miles, we are like 26 miles this way and 14 miles this way. Small, yeah, 200 over square feet. So as you know, so you can well imagine how small we are, and that also means we are agile. So the story I'm going to share is probably may not be fully sort of transferable to a big country like the US, but in little ways, I'm sure we can learn from each other. Okay. Creating a customer-centric e-commerce ready ecosystem. Today I'm going to share with you our story and how we ended up like being owned by slightly over 14% by Alibaba. So Alibaba is one of our shareholders, but I cannot profess, I'm not here to be able to describe or explain their strategy. I know there were a bit of talk early on, like what's their strategy and what's Amazon, are they going to buy the world and kind of thing, you know? So they bought 14% over to us, but don't ask me what's the rest of their strategy, okay? Yeah. Okay, a couple of slides, I won't bore the rest of you. I think all of us know why Postal has to stay relevant. The numbers are telling us, and so many of us have moved forward. Now, where Singapore is, we are right in the center of this booming Asia market. And so the position we have in Asia Pacific, it sort of prepare us to be able to ride on this wave. Now, so how did we stay relevant? We are all, basically, we are a postal company like USPS, like the rest of us on this panel. But so we have two parts. We believe in defending the core. Yes, the mail is decreasing, but what do we do? Do we stand and just let ourselves down? Or what is the growth strategy? So we have this word that says we protect the core but grow the wings. And so what are our wings? And then e-commerce logistics are actually our wings. So in terms of defending the core, what do? Yeah, we actually upgrade our postal infrastructure, continue to invest in the current, and be able to tell the public that we are not sort of leaving them at large, and this is what we do. Even in parcel locker, we are probably one of the most dense, within 97% within 2 kilometers distance, the parcel locker. That's how dense we are. So when we first started to stop redelivery of parcel, there was a lot of cry in the public. The government got involved, but we start rolling out and give the customer-centric message to it, that instead of you being not at home and us delivering when you're not at home, you have the parcel lockers and you have it everywhere, close to you, So that's how we turn everything to a customer-centric message. Call center, increasing delivery hours now. So this is the part that mostly charted our last 2-year strategy and how we came to the attention of our big boys of Alibaba. We had our vision to become a regional leader in e-commerce logistics, at least in our region. We look at providing a full value chain, end-to-end e-commerce logistics, and being able to provide in terms of not just the whole chain. You don't have to get from us the whole chain. You can buy from us modular. So if later I'll describe a little bit what you mean by modular. So as we develop the whole e-commerce logistics network, we look from the front all the way to the back. So in the US, we acquired 2 companies, Jagged Peak and Trade Global. They are very active in the e-commerce space. And having been part, they joined us recently, and straight away we are delivering like parcels to, or doing fulfillment for 100 brands. Previously, we are doing just in Southeast Asia, but right now with combining with them, we can actually serve like the end-to-end, and we have more to offer to our customers. Warehousing and fulfillment, so we now invest in the fully automated logistics hub. I know Swiss Post has already invited us. You are already fully automated. We are getting there, and I think by the end of this year, we will be fully automated too. The last mile delivery, changing the way things go. Parcel lockers, as I mentioned earlier, we also bought into some of the locations in Australia in Australia, we acquired Couriers Please, which is the last mile delivery. So our strategy, not just focus in Singapore, last mile delivery, where we are, we have a subsidiary called Quantum Solutions. We have about like 12 countries now in locations, so we have warehouse in those places selected, of course, and also the last mile delivery. So the intent is to provide a wider choice for our customers through Singapore Post. Freight also, we have an interest in some freight forwarding firm. So one of our success story, like say Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein just got live about a couple months ago. We went live with them about within 10 weeks. Actually, they could sell to their customers. They can reach out to customers all in Asia Pacific in 10 weeks because we provide the end-to-end solution. As I said, modular. They can pick any one of these, but for Calvin Klein, they took the whole lot. Adidas, we started with them also the whole lot, including customer care. So SingPost customer call center also handles calls for Calvin Klein, Adidas and all. But recently, Adidas chose to kind of decide to do their own warehousing. So we are very flexible. So anytime, of course, within the contractual agreements, you can pull out and at the end of your agreement. Okay, this one, just give you one of the innovation that we have done. I'm not sure whether the video works, as in what we offer to even SMEs, that those who want to be on the platform, to be able to sell their products on online.
Hello. As a growing e-commerce company, you want to focus on customer acquisition, increasing sales, and expanding to new markets.
Instead, you are burdened by the day-to-day management of warehouse operations and delivery. Wouldn't it be nice to have a solution that removes the complexity of managing operations and allows you to focus on growing your business? Well, now you can. Try Easy Commerce and transform the way you sell online. Easy Commerce is an integrated, web-based service that allows you to securely manage online business anywhere, anytime. To get started, just set up an account in Easy Commerce. Add products and ship them to us, where we store them in secure, well-maintained warehouses. Using our dashboard is quite easy, and it can allow you to gain insight on how to manage your business better and focus on growth. Whether you are new to the online business or an established player, Easy Commerce can help you. So say goodbye to operations hassles and stress, and say hello to Easy Commerce. Making online businesses click.
Okay, so that's one of an example of what we offer to our customers end to end. This one. Okay, so I mentioned early on that we acquired two companies here. So with a combination of us and the two companies, you can see a total of what we are covering. Gross merchandise value from 3 billion and being able to extend to 100 brands. Okay, in terms of the culture side, which is where my role is actually, I head the customer service. I run the contact center. I also run the customer-centric culture in the firm. As you can see, many of us, we have always been talking about innovation. The company is innovating and all. There is this part of the organization that tend to be left behind because of the postal company. Many of our employees are about spent 40 years in our company. We have a lot of those employees with us, and they can't keep up with the organization, and you keep changing, and they can't sort of like fill up. So what we do is that I actually run a customer-centric program such that every innovation, everything that the top management does, innovation the committee does and all, we translate it to a message that is understood by the employee. So when I saw this B2Me, I was actually quite intrigued by it, because when B2Me, it's about B2B combined with B2C, which is the B2 consumer. But there is this other part where, what about the employee, B2Me? You know, what does the organization is doing to me in terms of changing me and keeping me informed of what's happening. So this, I won't go into details with some of these activities, but we really run an end-to-end program to keep everyone informed of what's happening in the organization. We also measure it, making sure that all these rah-rah, it turns into results. Finally, so that's in a nutshell our key strategy, being able to provide an end-to-end solution for our customers. And of course, not forgetting, even transformation, you include your employee. Actually, just one last thought that is not in the slide. Coming from a customer-centric kind of focus, I like to leave with you one thought. I attended a conference some time back about customer centricity. And so I want to leave you with this thought where we talk about always being customer focused, do everything that the customer wants you. Just now there was a speaker that says that whatever we do, what do we focus on? When the customer is not satisfied and we're not doing well, let's focus on those red parts. But actually learning from people like IKEA, or you call it IKEA, what do they do? Are they customer-centric? Now, what they are saying is that you look at your brand. What does IKEA, when you go to the store IKEA, many of us hate that part. I mean, personally, I hate the queue, I hate the car park, I hate a lot of things about IKEA, but I hate the fact that when I look for a salesperson, they are nowhere to be seen, but yet we all flock there. Right? So are they customer-centric? So there was this thought that came to my mind that in that conference, they were saying that actually it is about your brand. What does IKEA promise? Affordable furniture. You do it yourself and all. Did they promise you superb car park? Promise you, all these services? They did not. But so what do they put their resources on? We all have resources. We have limited resources. Where do they put it on? They put it in places where it actually match their brand. What they promise, make sure we deliver. But where they did not promise, just make sure it is not below an intolerable stage. And then so the rest of us will still continue. So I was, applying it to the Postal. What is our brand? I mean, we are a collaboration of network. What do we promise the customer? Think about that and make sure we deliver on that, and not try to deliver everything that the integrators can do, like buying planes and everything else, which the Postal, and we are not going to buy planes. So I thought I'll leave you with that thought, and thank you very much.